Guys, oh my goodness, listen. Have you ever been climbing, guys? You've been climbing all your life, you have been sacrificing, you have been going, you have been pushing through, you have seen it all, you have heard all. It feels as if God is not coming through for you. It feels as if your life is being spiraling out of control. You feel as if you are swinging but not hitting. Listen to me, guys. Far from the truth. Their axes and their trees, and want us to know the tool that they're using to bring down that tree. And not every tree is cut the same way. But one thing is for sure, as long as you set out to cut down the tree, it will be removed. Guys, stay tuned. We're jumping in some good stuff. So guys, I was scrolling through the internet and I came across a video that I thought that we could speak on, we could look on, because I see a lot of resemblance, a lot of connection, a lot of understanding, a lot of just for a better word, relating. That is being connected here. We all have a part to play. We all have our own lives, and so we have many different obstacles that arise in our lives. And so one of the things that we promote is about the whole idea of trusting in God and knowing that God is truly the way, the truth, and the life. Jesus is the way, He's the truth, and the life. And no one, you can't go to the Father except through Him. And so one has to be in a place that, to confess, to resist the plans of the enemy, and to surrender, knowing that God is in control and God is a rewarder for you diligently seeking Him. Now, I want you to consider this, guys. Think about you setting out. You're heading up a hill, and so while you're heading up that hill, you look up and you see that that hill is a mighty long way. It is mighty long way. And you're saying, what was I thinking? I think we should turn back. Now, there are a couple options that we can look at. You're at the foot of the hill. You can say, listen, I'm too old for this. Alright, you can turn right back. You can go sit down. You can go sit down and wait until you feel your strength. Then you try to make an attempt going up that hill. Or one can say, listen, I'm all in. I'm all for the challenge. I'm all for the adventure. And I am here ready because I must see the top of that hill. For many persons, the position or the height of the hill or the mountain is what discourages a lot of us. And some persons haven't really tapped into their full potential because they're looking at the size of the hill. They're looking at the terrain of the hill. But they're not looking up on the fact that they can reach the hill. It takes some time. But one thing, some bumps and bruises, slips, slopes, but you will reach the top. Let's bear that in mind, guys. I want you to look at this video. I want you to share your thoughts, and I want you to see further as to what I'm talking about. Alright? Let's go.
tradition. Ja, du mer ist Vergleich bei den Filmtestlagen, no? Ja, wenn du den gar nicht gemacht. Ist gut? Ja.
Hallo.
Gut. Okay.
Ja.
I know you're seeing what is happening here because now you finally reach the top of the mountain. And now you're about to enjoy or feels as if you have reached the top. And now you're just gonna, make some choices, sit back, take a ride or two, and just allow gravity and all that goodness to take you down safely or take you down in a fun way or take you down, giving you the thrill of life. Because listen, I've worked hard. You don't know the sweat and the tear for me to have reached here and I'm finally here. I'm not gonna allow my ride to miss me. I'm holding on because I must reach and be fulfilled to the ultimate joy and peace. Now, guys, I want you to take keen look. Zoom in on what is happening here, and we will talk again soon. All right, let's go. Guys, I want you to see right now as to how fulfilling it can be, how thrilling it can be, because all that hard work, calf is hurting, may have gotten some bruise, push up, and you finally reach the top, and now you're able to take a one cart, a one passenger seat, to enjoy the ride as you go down. But while you're going down on the ride, it still can be feel fearful because you're going down to rocky terrain, you're going running around. It feels good, but at the same time, if you're not careful, you'll be worried and say, man, I'm just hoping that this cart stays on. I'm just hoping that I don't miss. I don't want to fall back again. And this is the thing. This is the reason why a lot of persons we see when reaching to the top, instead of appreciating what you have and being thankful and giving yourself a chance to breathe and to help someone and to encourage, you're so worried about falling down, derailing, that you're not enjoying what God has given you. And so what should have been a vehicle of joy, of happiness, it becomes sorrow, it becomes fearful, it becomes worrisome. And so the whole time, your mind, your spirit is on, man, I'm just hoping that this track stays on course. And we see multiple times where persons lose themselves and without really understanding and appreciating, as fast as they reach, the fall happens. And it's almost as if you can't even get back up because you're saying, man, I knew it, man. And that was why I was trying my best. But during that process, going down, did you help anyone on the way? Were you being a motivator? Were you being thankful? Were you showing gratitude? Because sometimes those things that happens in between will be the initial hope, the initial aid that propels you back forward, upward, so that you can regain altitude. If a glider, is gliding and there's a sudden change in wind, you find out that there is a need for, some burst of wind, a gust of wind to come that you can ride like a surfer. And so you can climb again to new heights. So you cannot be exerting much pressure, much force, but you're soaring. And this is what Jesus wanted to do for us. Jesus wanted us to be in a place where we experience everything. We experience the good, the bad, the indifference. And in all that we experience, we are appreciated. We're giving thanks. We're saying, God, I've seen it all. I'm still going through, but I believe you. I trust in you. And while we're doing that, we are sharing the love with others. We're not murmuring, we're not complaining. We're not saying, oh my God, why? But we truly understand that God is faithful. And one thing is sure, is that whatever I'm facing now, it's not forever. And I have a small window to make do to help each other. So we can aspire to, fulfill the flesh, which is fulfilling the desires of this life. Or we can seek to fulfill the promises in reaching someone, in building up the soul, so that they too, or persons around us, can truly have an appreciation, have an experience as to what gliding is like, soaring is like, building properly is like. And who better to share what God has entrusted us to do, so that we can teach others, because He has taught us in how to lead them. What have you done lately? What have you done lately? And also, what will you do for tomorrow?